it's how you put the music in this place at that perfect time that makes you think it's either positive or negative. It, like, every single touch to it is like directing you to where you should go. So it's almost like they're selling it to everyone. So like that's what I don't like about it, but I do because it's just life. Like, this is just life. This is business. But they're selling everyone an idea of me, and then my only job I can do is sell my idea of me. And I'm not talking physical paper copy, but it's like with the public, and it's like a competition. It's like, I have water, you have water, but who's gonna sell the water? Oh, my water is from the ice glacier. He deserves it because he has this more like special water or whatever. So, you know, but then it's not always so cutthroat though. Bonnie, thank you. Diane, it's not always so cutthroat. But it's just how it works. Like, they have to get their opinion in, and then they have to get their opinion in. Like, if you're not making action, you're not making any progress. I haven't seen the final edit. No. Denise, thank you. Tappers, thank you. Chatters, thank you. Gifters, thank you. Was it a hard decision for you to decide to do it? The documentary, like, I was in a place of, like, I was kind of like, you know what, anything that's gonna help me, like, move forward. Like, I wasn't gonna say no to much. I was just kind of like, let's give it a shot, you know? So, like, I think I'm glad that we did it, to be honest with you. I'm glad. I think it's gonna be amazing. But again, like I said, I think, like, I could share my story way better than, like, someone else can share it. So I guess that's the only thing that really worries me, is not getting those, like, finite details. But also at the same time, who am I to say that when I don't even know, how the documentary turned out. So they could see me on a totally better scale, and they're helping me through everything, and it could be amazing. So I'm not too sure. I think, like, in the fandom, it definitely has been, like, and, like, all of us in, like, ways, just from seeing that one title or whatever, we've been, like, it's been a little rough spot a little bit. But I also think that's just because of how much, like, people care and how meaningful it is, and why is it meaningful? Well, I would just say, like, making people happy, and having, like, making people, I would just say like there's not a dime I wouldn't give, like, Aiden Ross, let's say. There's not a lot of people that wouldn't give that to Aiden Ross. So when something's really meaningful like that, people care. That's why they're on the news. That's why they get this and that. So for me, it's the same thing. It's like, there's people that care about me, about what I do. And so, you know, it's yeah. All that matters is that you're happy about it. Yeah. You know, thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Nicole. Good morning. Yeah. No, I would say if there's any, like, fake accounts in here, guys, don't even answer them. Like, don't pay attention to that, because I do see a lot of fake accounts, and all they do is ask you guys, like, it's just like, the only thing to do is to not engage, because, you know what I mean? So yeah, just block. Just giving you guys a heads up. Yeah. Diane, thank you. Well, it just takes away your fun of it, right? When someone like you are coming here for fun and someone is coming here for hate, those don't mix well. What do you hope the documentary will show? There's not like a specific thing, but I think like overall, just like the grind of a hardworking young man that made a lot of people happy, went through a lot of tough times, and has and is continuing to overcome. So, you know, just someone that's brave and strong and a leader and all those good things. Annie, thank you. Reeds, thank you. That's how I look at myself. So I hope that shines upon, and if it doesn't, I will continue to look at myself like that, because I am confident. I guess you could say. Michelle, thank you. Kathy, thank you. But sadly, the public does fault you on every wrong. So the whole world is political, and if you aren't considerately keeping up to all of it, like if I don't shave my face, the public will consistently talk and feel like I'm a downfall, or I'm on a downfall. So like, I just want you guys to know, but this is just life, that even the friends you have, if you do one thing that rubs them off, you're nothing to them. So therefore, instead of wasting all your time trying to make friends with yourself, because it will never work. Like, yeah, you kind of just have to, yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, dude, it just, yeah, it's all about self-development. The only thing it's about is self-development. Mary, thank you. Like, I think it's hard to understand that, like, your life is your life. I think that can be hard to understand, because we're in a society of, like, we feel like we need to, like do things to keep up with it. But, like, I think, like, it's important to remember, like, for me, it is, like, your life is your life. So, like, whatever you put into it, thought process wise, speaking, movements, anything, jealousy, this, that, that's all like a waste of time, because it's your life, you know? So, but it's hard to understand that, because so much BS with like the government and stuff, like, honestly, we're basically like zoo animals. Like, I was telling my dad, and it's so true, we are already in prison. Like, you think prison is bad? No. We're already in prison. Already. We were born in prison. Frick. You know what I mean? So, just remember that we live in a zoo. And I'm that tiger that's dancing on the thing. And Sandra, thank you. It's true, bro, because human natural instincts, we would be doing exactly what we need to do. But we can't do that because whoever's at the top needs to protect their family. So they're like, we got to keep as much protection for my family as we can. So we got to make a system. And that system has to have rules. And this has to have this. And then they make agreements and this and this. And then eventually, you get more secluded. And you're just like, what the fuck? That's why at the end of the day, all you have is God, bro. It's the only guy by your side. Kelly, thank you. A society without rules would be chaos. Exactly, though. Of course. I'm not saying, like, push towards it. But, like, it's just true that, like, a society really takes away naturally a lot from you. Diane, thank you. It's not a good way to like live by, or it's not a good way to like think, or it I don't know. Just make smart decisions. Eve, thank you. Mary, thank you. Would you ever live off the grid? Well, if I did, you guys wouldn't know. So I'm gonna just say no. So if I ever fake my death, you guys will think it's true. You know? Eve, thank you. So, yeah. Diane, thank you. Eve, thank you. No, I think you have two options in life. You either get off the grid, or you beat society. So you either get off the grid and get what you need to get, step by step, or you go in society, you get a job, and you do good things, and you push and you work for fairness. And so it's like politics, honestly. It's like you're either more into socialism or that, one of the two, you know? And in my opinion, it's social. The answer is social until it becomes unfair, and then nobody's picking social. So just say you're picking socialism your whole life, respecting this person, but then you meet a person that's not fair, and now they're like, what are you gonna do? I don't care about the rule book, I don't care about this. So now what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be social with them? No, you can't. So now it's all in your own hands. So honestly, there's just never one right answer. It's like, it's all it is in the moment, what are you gonna do to make your life better? And if there's nothing you can do, then enjoy whatever you can. Sandra, thank you. Mary, thank you. Do whatever you can. Mary, thank you. Diane, thank you. I don't think there's like beating society. I think it's like you work with society. So like if I go up to a boss and I'm like, I want to have this big house, I want that job, and he's like, you don't deserve that job, but now I have to kind of beat him, not beat him, but show him that I'm deserving for that job. So it's more like, yeah, I had to like work for it, but like there is like a gain and respect thing, because that's how you, like, if you're not fair in society, you'll never be able to make it to the top of society. What is the top? Well, if you are in the top in society, that means you're gonna have more people helping you out, more opportunities, all that stuff. Right? Who's Johnny? Yeah, more respect too. Yeah. And respect in all those words, it's true, they go a long way, because you think, oh, it's just respect or whatever, but no, all those words, yeah, they mean something. But they mean something deeper than what we think they mean. Like, they come from like a literal survival instinct, not just like, oh yeah, respect. Like, no, it's like a it's like real. Thank you guys for the gifts. So you got to be careful with what you're saying into existence, what you're following, all of those words, all those feelings. You got to watch with what you're following and follow what serves a better purpose feeling for you. Hey, what's up? What's up? Colorado Amy, thank you. Tappers, thank you. Love your insight, thanks. You're a great communicator, thanks. Words are hard to take back. I would not be like, sorry to be kind of rude and blunt, but I would not be crying about words are hard to take back. And I say that in a way of, if you typed it, that means it meant something to you. And to be honest with you, it's just a word. Words are not hard to take back. Words are hard to follow. Because there's no such thing as taking back. It is what it is. It's gone. Could you consider working with a charity? So what I'm telling you is that if you called me an a-hole, but then built my house and gave me a pat on the back, I would not be worried about the a-hole. I would be grateful for what you did for me. Sally, M, thank you. So the words speak into action. M, thank you. Stacy, thank you. M, thank you. Like, actions speak louder than words, but words have more power than actions. Why? Because what starts first is your mind, then the mind goes to the words, and then the words go to the actions. So instead of trying to control your actions or your mind, start speaking in tongues and fix what you're saying to yourself. And you don't have to hear what you're saying to yourself. You just have to listen to what you're saying to yourself. So if you're like, fuck, fucking shit, fuck. So like you're unconsciously these words. So if you can fix that speech a little bit, then you can start fixing how your brain feels. Then you can start fixing how your actions feel. And now you got the whole chakras lined up. Your mind, your words, and your actions. Right? But I heard, and it's true, the easiest way, and I heard in the shower, is to listen to your words. Listen to what you're mumbling in your throat. Listen to what you're mumbling in your chest and your heart. Because your words is like a sword in today's day and age. Society, social. What is social? Speaking. So in today's day and age, we live in a social economy. The power comes from your words because that dictates how you move, where you go, the deals you make. Everything's within anyway. You know, so yeah, speak love, speak gratitude, speak power into your life, all of that stuff. And like that's like new level because like I'm just starting to do that more. But like let's say Tommy, he's been doing that for like a long time now, like for like a year. He's been telling me like don't say things like that, say it like this. So once you start feeling really good like that, then you can start really diving into the whole never even talk bad. But when you're like me and you're just kind of getting over it, you can keep catching yourself and kind of like, you know, be easy on yourself. But then once you start to get confident, like you're like there's no point, then you just start plowing it in like times 10. Everything you think should just be positive anyway, right? But it has to become a habit. How are you able to be this confident? I'm shy. Well, you get to a point where you're like, I have nothing to lose. So if I could die tomorrow, what is it hurting me today to come on live and speak through how I feel and read how other people are feeling and go off of what other people are feeling and go off what I'm feeling? What do I have to lose? Absolutely nothing. So that's where confidence comes from. It just comes from getting to a point where you just break the barrier and you continuously move forward, and then people look at you and wonder how or why you're doing such a thing, but deep down they know why, deep down they know, and so do you, you know? So I think just doing that's the hardest part, but that's why I really always tell people, if you're starting on live, start. Like, if you want to start going live or something, just start. Okay, but what do I do? Thank you for the gifts, guys. You gotta start from your from planting the seed and then like walking through it. You're always taking in information, aren't you? I love taking in information because like I'll watch the same video like 50 times and just stare at it from one person's reaction, how they moved their head and why they moved their head from that emotion, and then why they looked over at that person, and then why they looked down. Like I look at like every ounce, bro. It's like an addiction for me. I'm obsessed with it though because it gives me a better sense of clarity each time. So yeah, it's just because you go off your feelings, right? Like you act like you're in, like you just sit there and enjoy the conversation, but then you see something, you just keep enjoying, keep learning, and like you understand more and more. Sandy, thank you. Yeah, they're everything, because why people are more famous or more successful than you is one reason, and mainly one reason. They're faster than you. Like I noticed like Aiden Ross and these people, they're faster. So instead of like So confidence is built for me watching something, learning it, and then putting it into action. They're doing that. But most people are not believing their own brain, and they're they get stuck. If you ever get stuck, you gotta fix it. Like stick on it then until it unsticks. And then believe in yourself and then continuously move forward. I'll never understand the reason why people don't believe in themselves, but I do understand the reason, and it truly makes me even look at society even better, because one of the reasons is because people care. So once you realize that some of the most careful people in the world are people that aren't famous, they're people that are like some of the best, like they say, like some of the best ideas in the world come from the graveyard, people that already passed away. So once you start realizing that too, it's like holy moly. Everyone's got their own life. That's the thing. Everyone's got their own life. Everyone's got their own dreams of this and this. So just continuously like follow those dreams. Like it's basically just following your heart. Like what's your heart telling you today? But you gotta be happy about you gotta be happy about it though. Because if you keep following your heart, and every time you follow your heart, you start thinking negative, then what are you doing to yourself? You're just being negative about things you actually want to do. So if there's things you actually want to do, why would you ever be negative about it? Oh, because I don't think I'm good enough. Where is this belief coming from that you don't think you're good enough? That doesn't even make sense. You're just a human being like every single other person in the world, right? So then you get to the point where you're just like, okay, you gotta find, like you're just then that's no momentum. Yeah, it's the self-talk, but what I'm trying to, why the self-talk happens is because there's a belief deep down from not believing in yourself. That's all it is. That's what's making people mad. Because like, just say everyone's partying, and I'm not partying. I know that the partying is not good for me, and I made a decision not to party for the reason that I made the decision not to party. So instead of going back on my decision, or feeling like, oh, like there's this whole thing, right? So you're kind of like, oh, I made this decision, but I should have made this decision. Why are you saying should have? Like, I'm talking to myself too, right? Like, when I talk to you guys, I'm also talking to myself, right? But it's like, why are you telling yourself should have, or all this nonsense? Like, but it's like, why are you telling yourself should have, or all this nonsense? Like, you're not living to make this person happy. You're not living to make your mom feel better. Like, maybe you are, like maybe that's something, a part of your life, but mainly like you're living for you. Like you're like you're doing you proud, but don't back out on it. When you make a decision, go 100% in that decision, because you made the decision for a reason. Make good decisions. I'm not saying make bad decisions, because you don't need any extra bullshit there. But, you know, make those good decisions. Be proud of your life. Work on your life. And, you know, everything will work out better. Everything will work out. It shouldn't be frozen. It might like regroup or something. Okay, good. Alright, beauty. It's good now. Do you believe in manifestation? Yeah, this is what I was thinking about yesterday, and it's so true. So it's like, you gotta dig. So like, you can kind of feel, when I talk about self-talk, you can kind of feel your jaw moving. Like, you can kind of feel like, we're animals, guys, like we're mammals. So like, we want to eat, like we want to, so look at that in a spiritual level, and eat through the spirit, like I call it dig deep. I thought about it yesterday. So dig deep. So like, whatever thought you have, whatever, dig, like get through it, get over it, dig, and like keep like manifesting to where the life that you want to have, think, feel, everything, and then it will come to you. I'm not saying like, you know, like there's no guarantee, but like that's basically what you got to do. Yeah, you got to find your core. You got to, you know, like, but like, so like, if you're watching a TikTok, you can either feel shit about watching the TikTok, or feel good about watching the TikTok, or feel great about watching the TikTok. It's your choice. And then someone said prayer. That's what I mean about the dig deep, basically, is when you're, like, have you ever noticed with prayer, they're on their hands and their knees. They're bending down to their core. That's the same thing. It's like digging deep, like, it switches your inside, like, it switches, like, what you're attracting, what you're hungry for, the direction your life is going. So literally, you can what I'm trying to say is you can change your life. You can change the direction that you're going. You can change the direction you're going on your couch, watching TikTok. You can change the whole direction. Right? So that's what I really mean by, like, with all this, like, do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. No, you don't. You can change your, it's the mind, yes, it's the mindset, it's the digging deep, it's what's in your head, is what is the direction you're going. Is everything that you will gain. Yeah, turn negative into positive. And how do you do that? You don't, if there's a mess on my floor, because like, you gotta look at like the world as like a property, but like your world is your whole property. So if I have a mug that I don't like, if I just threw it on the ground and it broke or something and I grab another mug, you know, the negative's still kind of there, instead of just put it away. Or like Bill says, like if you're cleaning, don't cover the mess with a blanket, clean the mess. So what I mean by that is, like, when you're watching something, change the way you look at it. and change the way you're interpreting it. How do you do that? I think it's mostly just a feeling, but what I'm trying to say is if you're gonna feel 1,000 emotions while you're watching it. So while you're watching it, you're gonna think of you're gonna feel angry, you're gonna feel happy, you're gonna feel this, you're gonna feel that. It's not about saying no to the anger. It's about feeling the anger entirely, that it eventually succumbs to positive. Because what's dark turns light eventually. So it's about feeling everything through it. That's why they say meaningful. That's what will really change you as a full person. And that's the hardest thing to do, because it's hard to soak it all in and whatever, of course, it's frick. But it is what it is. Yeah, no, it's not fake it till you make it though. At all. Fake it till you make it is one of the worst sayings ever, I just realized. You know why? Because I'm saying be more real about it. Don't miss things. Get through things and change things. It's not fake for me to say that this is better than this, but you say that this is better than this. That's just my opinion. It doesn't mean it's fake, So, I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, I think the only time you use the word fake is haters and stuff, people that are not actually liars. They're just doing it on purpose, Other than that, if you're actually working for your truth, you're working for your truth, but so just make your truth true. So that's actually the biggest part of this, actually, is making your truth true is something people don't think they can do. They think there's barriers that they can't speak. They don't know what it is, but there's, it's I'll never be as athletic as this person, or I'll never be as smart, or I'm already this, or I'm already that. So you're already talking yeah, you're exactly, you're speaking, all of this is, and then you don't even know what you're really saying, or you just believe it because you've said it for so long. So the only person that can mold it though is you. So if it's super hard to mold your truth, that means it's a hard one. Well, guess what? That's your truth. So now you gotta mold your truth somehow to make it the best that you can ever make it. And that's gonna make you the strongest you've ever been. And, it's tough though, I get it. But I just think it's so easy to get caught up in this world. But I think it's also so easy to get caught up in the good. And I think you should pick the good, because I think there's always something that you can bring to the table, and once you focus on one thing and just kind of appreciate life and not all the nonsense of what you should be doing or what you aren't doing or this and that, just really soak it in as much as you can. How do you change direction in your mindset? Well, you look at it like this. You look at it like this. This guy says I'm this, and I feel, in some aspects I am this, and I'm insecure about this, that, and this, and these are real feelings that I'm feeling, but I also feel, that there's I could do this or I could do this. Like your brain's constantly playing the negative, but you're also playing the survival instinct part of the brain is telling you like, what should I do? Where should I go? So it's basically listening to the what should I do? Where should I go? Listen to that survival instinct and create the truth that you want to become true. So it's like, okay, fuck, yeah, but I'm gonna work on this, and this is what I'm gonna do, and this is this, or I'm gonna find out why this is true for me, and that's not true. Oh, what if their truth is 100% true, and nobody's truth is 100% true because you're a being that isn't even 100%. Like you're always creating, you're always growing, you're always connecting, like you're always, so like the world's like infinite, so like nobody has 100% on like you in any way. But at the end of the day, what dictates your progress or your direction is just the actions that you're doing at the end of the day. Like your thought process first towards the actions, because you can have a big skid of wood and start picking up all the wood, or you can go take a machine and pick it up. Work smarter, not harder is definitely it. But also the guy that was picking up wood is better for the construction company than the guy that is not picking up at all. So at least he's on that direction, and then eventually since he's on that direction making those actions, he's gonna be like, oh yo, I'm gonna use the skid. Then eventually he's gonna start a company. And then eventually he's gonna, so you kind of work up from there. My eyes look sick. What's an example of time you overcame something? Like I'm always overcoming stuff. Like yesterday I was like, whatever, having my own like life, anxiety, doubts, this, boredom, whatever. And like I went on my hands and knees, I started praying. I totally repented. I felt really good after my shower and laying there and doing it, and then I moved up from there. So I'm constantly getting over things, constantly overcoming things, and that's like going to be the constant battle. It's basically like every single day is going to be a challenge. Don't get me wrong. Like, imagine if a bunch of bears, let's say, woke up in the morning and I come over to you guys are sitting at the campfire, I'm a bear, right, a grizzly bear. Right, a grizzly bear. And I'm like, hey, what's up guys? Like life is good, life is chill. Or it's not true. Like those bears have to feed their family. They gotta protect themselves from other bears. They're one day gonna die and not really know what's going on. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's impossible to not live life through challenges, but it's about how you value those challenges is gonna be where the direction your life goes. So if you value it, like we said, like a diamond, and your life will end up turning like a fucking diamond. Sorry. Some guy's pickup truck sounds like it's gonna blow up, dude. Yeah. What do you do to overcome the hard days? It's whatever works for you. So like, I would say like just being fully honest with yourself in every situation. So if you're like that full honesty to yourself matters so much. Like if you just sit in your room and just talk, but I think the most honest talk that you can really do first is talk in tongues. Because if you consistently can talk in like if you can like talk without even like talking, because sometimes talking is hard to articulate. Like it's hard to like put it into wordings, but feelings aren't hard. Like they are still hard, but they're a little easier to like, it's a little easier to like, you know, you can just, yeah, just talk in your soul. So I would just say like working through that and just being like, you know, maybe if, even if that's like mumbling or singing in your head a bit, and just kind of like, you know, and then make decisions upon feel like that, and what's gonna make you feel more comfortable, what's gonna make you feel better, you know?